Hey, irindi chakubatabo, ichakubatabo, inindi chakubatabo, ichakubatabo, ichakubatabo. Hi guys, hi ma'am, hi Kiki, hi Fazzi, hi Sisi. How are you guys? Thank you, Kiki. Hey, Nasha, how are you? Ikosigazi, Mamufazi, Tandane, Nageza, Ikosigazi, Sitandane. Hey Gail, how are you? Profound Wellness, I see you. Hey Tanlo, I see you. Hey Faisal, how are you? Good to see you guys. Hey Farah, how are you? Hey, irindi chakubatabo, irindi chakubatabo, irindi chakubatabo, irindi chakubatabo. Hey Chef Guans, how are you? Food and gas to see you. Portia, how are you? Hey Uhuru, how are you? So good to see you guys. Style you possess, how are you? Hey Minta. Thanks Gail. They're from Cape Town. The time that I went to Cape Town last year, I just saw them, I closed my eyes, I bit my lip and I just bought them. Thank you very much. Hey Hope, how are you? Hey Mandy, how are you? Hey, inindi chakubatabu, passing mahali. Hey, inindi chakubatabu, chakubatabu. Hey Lost Boutique. Chakubatabo, inindi chakubatabo, inindi chakubatabo. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Hey Missy Essie, how are you? Thank you Lost Boutique, thank you so much. How are you guys? So good to see you. Saturday, Savvy Saturday, we're back again. Hey Save Mary, I see you. How are you? Hey Peshi Kunashe, how are you? Lighting on point. Thank you, Lost Boutique. That's all Zoom Inspired production team. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Hey girl, hey Missy Essie, we miss you down here. Tell me, how did I do on my makeup? I miss you. You need to come back. I need my makeup done. It's taking me ages to get it done. Ah! Bring back Lost Boutiques to Savvy Chats. You know what? She is coming back because we need to know more about styling, more about clothes, you know, and it's their first anniversary with Uhuru Botanicals. So they started collaborating last year and it has been amazing. So they've got a live chat today at 7. Make sure you do not miss it. Anywho, thank you so much for coming through. Today has been a challenge. I don't know how you guys are managing if you're outside with the wind and everything else, you know, and I suffer from hay fever as well, so it's like, oh, I was trying to record this morning, the wind was going all the way, pollen was getting into my eyes, I was crying, my earring fell, everything was just happening, and I just thought, is today even going to happen? But you know what? God is amazing, and we are here, and I cannot wait to share the BTSs with you guys. So yes. So last week we had just a wrap up before I get my guest on. We had the amazing Kiki Gore. She's on here as well. Hi Kiki, thank you so much for last year, for last week. You know, you touched on a lot of people, on a lot of people's hearts, and thank you for advising us, for, you know, sharing your journey with us, and just telling us, you know, like advising us that it's just good to just speak with grace, because you don't know what people are going through, and you don't know who you will help in the long run. So yeah, so this month, happy July, we are kicking off our creative month. So I'll be chatting to a lot of creatives. Sorry, I'm trying to also read your comments as they come through. If I miss your comments, I'm so sorry, they're going too fast. But yes, hi Charlotte, how are you? So this month of July, we'll be touching on creativeness, and I'll be speaking to a lot of creative guys out there that are doing so well in our community, just to see what else is in the pipeline, how they started. Hi Messi, how are you? She's another creative, hair wise. You know, so my first guest today is Cosmas chinouya. I know probably most of people know him from Nottingham. If you ask the Nottingham gang, do you know Cosmas, they know him as the DJ Cossi. You know, I didn't know that he was a DJ until I met him. I'm like, you, with how quiet you are, you're a DJ. But yeah, he was the deal back then when he was doing all the DJing before he got into photography. So he has sort of like evolved, and I cannot wait to see what else he's got in store. You know, so I will see if he is available. Thank you, Miss Maria. Thank you very much. Hey Dee, how are you? So I'll bring in Cosmos. And we've got all your questions as well. So yes, we're ready. Hey, Cosi.
Hi. How are you?
How are you? Is your volume too low, or is my volume? Oh, I think it's my volume.
Can you hear me?
Can everyone hear him? I think it was my volume, to be honest. Thank you, Save Marie. Thank you very much. How are you, cousin?
Yeah, I'm all right. Thank you. How are you?
Is this not weird?
Weird, you know. But it's good.
But yes, Cosmas, welcome to Savvy Chats with Taffy. Yeah. Good to have you.
I'm always outside in everything that I do. I never come in front of the camera.
I know. That's why I say this is weird, because you're the one who's normally holding the cameras and doing everything in the background. But today we've got you on the spotlight.
Definitely. Thank you very much for having me.
You're welcome.
Because you're doing well. Congratulations on the show.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I was just saying, people probably from Nottingham, they actually have you ever moved from Nottingham?
No, I've never moved from Nottingham, you know.
Okay. Yeah.
Always been since 2003 when I came from Zim.
Yeah.
So this is my base. I don't think I'll move.
You should come to the West Midlands. That should be your base.
I've already got one leg there. So.
Oh well, okay then. It doesn't matter. We still need you in Nottingham. You know, like people from Nottingham, most of them know you back then as a DJ. Okay. Wow. So before we get into that, just tell us your journey, because it's amazing how you've actually evolved from being a DJ to what you are now. Like, where did all that come from? Like, how did you just switch up just like that? Just talk us through your own journey.
What's funny is you say I've evolved. I don't think I've evolved, you know.
Okay.
I think I am manifesting that way, because DJing has always been something that that I love doing.
Okay.
But I've not changed. I still love DJing. I just don't do it professionally, but I still love doing it. And what I'm doing, being creative, I think that's my calling. So manifesting is the calling that's manifesting.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So did you just decide to begin as a DJ, or
how did that come about?
Right. So, it's a long story. How long do we have?
Go on. I'll cut you off when I think it's time.
uh, yes, I started DJing 1998.
98. So this was back in Zim.
Yes, this was back in Zim when I was doing my O-levels.
So you were called DJ who?
DJ Cosmo. Same name.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not
Okay.
the name. Yeah, so 98 did a few weddings. I know people who celebrated their 20th anniversaries?
Mm-hmm.
They hit me up and say, "Oh, do you remember you DJed for us 20 years ago?" And now I'll be doing pictures for their children. Do you know how it is?
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, so I started as a hobby, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
And then before you know it, I got into the space of doing that. When I came to the UK, I at some point, I think it became my full-time job.
Okay.
I used to do all sorts of events, weddings, parties, clubs, everything.
Mm-hmm.
With how quiet I am,
You are very quiet. I'm shocked. When you told me you were a DJ, I'm like, nah.
No, I don't think you don't need to be talkative to be a DJ. I don't think you need to be talkative.
Maybe I'm used to those DJ pull up, pull up, pull up. You know, like talking through. So I'm thinking, you
But I
can't
could
be a
do
DJ.
that if I wanted to. But
Okay.
I think it's about choosing what kind of a DJ do you want to be. And
Okay.
yeah, so I found my niche and I stuck to that for a very long time. Um, yeah, and it's something that I enjoy and I still do that. And then
Mm-hmm.
2010, I joined Kemet FM in Nottingham. One of
Mm-hmm.
the
So
guests.
that's a radio show.
Yes, so
Okay.
I got trained by, Kemet FM to be a presenter, and I've been doing
Mm-hmm.
it since up until now. So even when I stopped DJing, taking bookings, I still do that because I think it's
So
one of
with
the.
how quiet you are, you wanted to be on Kemet FM to present.
You know what? I started wanting to be on Kemet FM since they opened because it's such a big platform. 20, 30,000 people tune in at a time. So
Wow.
not easy.
Wow.
So I remember going there asking to be a presenter there. And they would say, "No, we're not hiring, we're not looking," or no, we still. But what they were doing is they were looking, but what they wanted was to find their own people. So it only
Okay.
after a few years that they came to one of my events. They had that Cosmo was doing something with Africans and stuff. So they came to one
Mm-hmm.
of the events and they saw me. They are the ones who then approached me and said, "How would you like to do this?" So
Okay.
that's how
Okay.
it. Yeah. So I've been on it 10 years now. It's
Wow.
great. It's really great. I represent Africa on a platform like that. It's amazing.
Wow. So Kemet FM. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
So
it.
far, DJ,
Hmm.
radio presenter. Okay. Go on. Go on.
You see, I like how you put DJ and presenter as different things because they are.
They're different, aren't they?
They're completely different things. I know a lot of
Okay.
people confuse the two. Oh, are you? So I'm not a DJ much now. I present. Yes. So it means you have to do a lot of research on what's happening, and then when issues come up, you need to be you're the first point of call for what's
Mm-hmm.
happening all over, especially with Africans, because I do an African.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy that. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm. That's good.
Mhm.
That's good. So growing up back in Zimbabwe, was this something that you were looking like? Was it sort of like a career that you were saying, okay, I want to be a DJ?
Everything,
Knowing our parents back in Zim,
everything that
I'm going to school to become a DJ.
I know everything I've done up to now I've never thought of it as I want to do this as a career. I don't think so. Uh,
Okay.
Something that we did because we had to do it. I think I grew up in a ghetto, so
Okay.
pretty much this is what you see. You meet a lot of people who are in the same line, and then you all get
Mm-hmm.
together, and before you know it, you are doing it. And if you are good at it, everybody is trying to come out of you end up doing well. Yeah. So it's not something
So
that
you were more of a hustler. You were just hustling, like, okay, let's
hustle.
try this. Yes.
We were hustlers. We're still hustling. We're still hustling.
No, we're still hustling.
Yeah.
And I like your hustling game. No, definitely, definitely. That's amazing. And then moving forward, you then stumbled upon photography, or what happened?
Right. So what I always thought that I would do as a career, even if
Hmm.
there was no chance, growing
Hmm.
up, was I wanted to be an animator. There's nothing more
An
than
animator. Hmm.
yes.
Okay, this is
Uh,
way back.
yes. So my
Yeah.
talent is drawing. Okay,
Okay.
getting things. This is what I do. From when I was maybe primary child, I don't know
Hmm.
what my cartoon, mumabuku emets, and that
Well, that means you're a good drawer.
that was one of the things that got me in trouble a lot, especially with my parents because they didn't understand that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
I had an
Okay.
uncle who was very good at that, but
Hmm.
obviously my artists in Zimbabwe at that time, Unofa Rombeka, so
Hmm.
you're not encouraged to do that because there was no niggas, it's not future.
Okay.
I
Okay.
what parents think because
Okay.
from Zimbabwe you either have to be a doctor or a lawyer.
Or teacher, or nurse.
Yes, my dad was a teacher, so you have to be a teacher. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I started drawing, and I used to get in trouble a lot for drawing. Until I remember that
Right now, I'm trying to think what was I getting into trouble for? I'm thinking probably that could have been my calling, you know?
it could have been. I mean, anything that you do, what I realize now, anything that you do, it doesn't matter what it is. You can make it
Yeah.
in a career because kune vanhu
Mm.
vanongogadzira mabhatani vachitengesa and they make it in
Hmm.
vachingotengesa kuti mabhatani 1p each. So it's about what you
That's true.
and
That's true.
sticking to it. Yes. So at some point now growing up, I realized this was never gonna be a career because
Okay.
animation itself, you need a team, you need a strong team to make it work.
So
Uh,
what's animation before you carry on?
kugadzira cartoons,
My cartoon. Okay.
ma
So on a Peppa Pig, Giovanni, you know?
visual effects.
Okay.
Yeah, and a Peppa Pig, that's one. Kwetawo
Hmm.
animation and visual effects. My visual effects ndo zvamunogetsa munoona mumamovie.
Okay. Okay.
So because I love drawing, I love doing all sorts of things. When I came to the UK, that's one career that I started chasing. I need to be an animator, and I've done everything that I needed to do under the sector
Hmm.
to be that. But
Hmm.
you get knocked down, and then you get up.
Hmm.
You have to keep
Hmm.
trying. Yes.
Hmm. So you saw the UK as sort of like a stepping stone to actually start pursuing that.
Not necessarily. I think with the way the world is now, anyone can do whatever. Anyone right now can do anything because with the way we're connected with internet and all that
Hmm.
stuff. Even when I was in Zimbabwe, there are animators who are in Zimbabwe, there are animators who are in South Africa, there are animators
Hmm.
everywhere. But I think the challenge is, what are you going to do with your animations, and
Okay.
stories are you going to tell? Well, that's where my passion is. You see, telling
Okay.
our stories, Zimbabwean stories.
Okay. So the Turos and the Goodos and stuff. Are we going to be seeing that anytime soon?
Of course, you need to see it. Definitely, of course, yes.
Because I remember every holiday we used to be sent to Chivu, which is where I'm from,
Yes.
with Gogren, Sekur, and everything. So we really enjoyed doing that because all my cousins, my nieces and nephews will be there as well, and we'll gather around Maneru with Gogo, and Gogo will start telling us stories of Gudo Natsuro, So is this something that you can, revive into
Yeah,
cartoons
we've,
for us?
we've already started a project that we're working on that kind of like brings those things. I think, but the first phase of it is to bring in my nursery rhymes and all that stuff.
Okay.
Yes, so it's not far-fetched. I think if as soon as we refine the team and get to, we'll be telling those stories very, very soon. Yeah. So I like telling stories, so we'll tell those stories. Don't worry.
As quiet as you are, you like telling stories. But anyway, you can do that through animation, so that's good.
At least part of the story. I'm just telling.
Yeah. No, that's good. So you came through, and then you wanted to pursue animation, but then you ended up doing photography and videography, which is the time I met you. I met you as a photographer and a videographer.
Yes, right. So I'm talking back in the day. I remember, I know I've identified, I did my research and identified that Bournemouth University, one of the best universities in the world for animation. It's the best in the world. There's nowhere else. You come from America, you come to study there. And some people want to go to a degree in animation somewhere else. You go to Bournemouth to Kisa, because this is where people like Disney, Pixar, places like Disney, Pixar, they get, and they don't take a lot of people. So I remember 2007, I went to Bournemouth University, Open Day University. I remember sitting in those chairs just to figure out what it is exactly they are looking for to teach people how to be an animator. But at that time, I'd already started doing some little animation, because it takes a long story. It takes a lot of people and a lot of work, hard work, to produce something, you see. So I remember sitting in there trying to figure out what is this about this university that everyone is talking about. I went to Newcastle, I went to De Montfort that year just to sit in those things and just look at them talking about what they're going to teach you. And I made my choice that Bournemouth University is where I wanted to be, because it creates what I wanted. That I wanted. So I went home. I started gathering all the softwares that they were talking about, and then I started putting them into use. I remember 2008 sitting as well in the open day in Bournemouth. Guess what? Just listening and trying to figure out what is it exactly that they want. And
this is before you're even accepted, or did you applied, or you just thought, let me just go and see?
So, you know, my paper, a lot of things was just going on with me, but I knew that this is where I wanted to be. So I would probably go and talk to the teachers about what softwares do you use. I thought that's what it was about, because it was about the software, but it's not at all. It's about we'll talk about that when we talk about photography. It's not about about you, the person. So I started doing some animations and stuff, and then I realized for you to then enter there, you needed a degree in animation or in computer engineering or something to get there.
So your passion wasn't enough.
Yes. So I thought, where should I start? So I went to college, and I did animation and digital design and animation. Right. After that course, I was encouraged by my tutors to say, instead of you doing 2 years with the work that you do now, just go and apply straight away. And this guy had applied to Bournemouth. My tutor had applied to Bournemouth 3 times at Jirambit. So he ended up being a tutor. So I applied on my first year of college, and they gave me a place, no conditions whatsoever. So I remember going there.
This is with no papers still, yeah?
I had no papers then. I remember going there, and then that what stopped me from actually attending the.
Oh no!
So that's the time when I think university.
That should have been a knockback.
Yeah, university fees they shot up from 6,000, I think, for international students to about I think Bournemouth was about 11,000 at that time. Wow! So I couldn't afford it. So I thought, okay, I'll take another year and go and work, but then I went back to college and finished the other year. So most of what I learned was photography, because these are essential skills. When you're an animator, you need to know photography.
Right.
Geography, edit, you need to do all sorts of things. So the year after that, I got my papers. So I went back to, I said, yes, I got my papers. now can we do it? And then student finance said no, because I didn't get an indefinite, you see. So I remember writing 87 letters.
Huh?
87 letters to my organizations, those who give people grants and stuff. I would sit
87 letters.
I would sit and research who else is giving grants to people in my situation. And I remember even asking the university, and they said, with what you can do, you've got a chance to be fully funded for this course. So just apply. They do 1% throughout. So I applied. They didn't even look at it. They said, you're from Zimbabwe. You're not in the Commonwealth. So forget that. And this is the general reason I got from the 87. Some of them responded. Some didn't. They didn't bother.
Amana, 87 letters.
Yes, 87 letters. Nefambani must tell.
Pursuing your dream. 87 letters.
It's not even.
Because you did not stop. Nothing was stopping you.
No, not at all. You know, but the other thing is, I think it's that time now when my parents realized this guy is really serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they tried to help, but then it was already too late, I think.
Okay.
So I remember going back to Bournemouth and begging them for another year, gap year. So
Please tell me they said yes.
well, they they didn't say yes because there's no choice. It's about money. You need to bring in money to get it to work. So yeah, that's my little story there. But what I'm grateful for is during the course, I learned photography and I learned video editing. So those are the skills now that I decided, you know what, I'm gonna do this whilst I'll put aside money for you know,
1 month.
yes,
Yeah.
best yes,
Yeah.
and then I would go and do it, and also, you know, but then even I tried to say, you know what, I might as well start somewhere. Let me start with Nottingham. So I would
Okay.
apply. Anytime I would apply, I would just go for an interview. They would say, definitely, you know, we don't just come and do it. We need to just point you in the right direction.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Talk about not giving up, you know.
That I'm like I don't even know what question to ask this because I'm just like in awe. You know, like 87 letters just to pursue your dream.
Trust me.
But
What I made a point that I would keep those letters. I made copies of them. I made copies of all the responses that I've got. I've got the correspondences from Bournemouth. I know one day I'll start hiring people who've been there. I know definitely.
this is a process that probably God wanted you to actually go through. Honestly.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think what I was doing, I was being prepared, and I learned something from it.
Mm-hmm.
That maybe sometimes some of the things that we want is not your right. That's not what you need to be doing. Okay.
Okay.
Because if
Okay.
why I'm saying this is, at the end of it, I thought, Kuti, should I be pursuing this thing, or is there something else that I needed to do? And then somebody
Right.
in my life, and he said, if you already do this, what's the point of you going to the university? So why don't you do what you need to do? So they explained to me that you don't necessarily need a degree to do it. You just
Okay.
to put yourself into it. But that was later on. And then I started realizing that, what if I start working on my own project by myself and see how it goes?
Okay.
You see?
Okay. I like that. I like that notion.
It's
And then
it's something that I think somebody should have told me a long time ago. You don't need you need formal education, definitely, but you don't necessarily need what you think you need. Because you already, whatever it is that you have is what you need is within you. So you need to employ that. You need to use that.
So probably that ties in with another question that came through. Someone was asking, do they need a degree to actually get into photography or videography?
No.
And probably okay.
Not at all. You don't.
So with my Samsung phone, and if I think my Samsung phone takes good pictures, I can just automatically be a photographer.
Yes, but it's about and yeah, it's not about degree. I'll answer that one first. Why I'm saying that is because before so it's my degrees, there've been creators who created big statues that my paintings we admire now. Statue,
Yeah.
your talent and your application. I think what you learn university is applying or maybe navigating life with your skills, because you don't necessarily get taught your skills, my skills editor. I know I've worked with some people. I never got my degree of filming, but they don't hold a camera. I don't have a degree in filming, but I understand exactly how to do it, because when they go through university, they are not just taught how to hold a camera. They're just developing your skills from where you are and saying,
Right.
most of it is theory, I'd say. And most of it is understanding photography from an intellectual point.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something that you can do, especially now with YouTube and my courses are all over the place. You can do it definitely.
And then is this something? Another question that come through. I'm trying to also rush tying in with the questions that came through. Someone was asking. They were saying that they like photography, but they don't have the editing skills. So they were asking if it's something that you provide yourself as a company. Do you do one-to-ones? Or I know last year you did a training session that you did.
Of course, yes. We do some training sessions for people who are lost or stuck somewhere. Because I understand what it means because I'm still pursuing the animation thing. I understand what it means to somebody to give them that skill and say, that direction, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I don't, I would want as many people to do photography as possible. So it's something ideas.
So as a photographer yourself, and there's a lot of photographers out there, that have come up and stemmed up from all over everywhere. What sets you apart as Cosmo works?
The most important thing is not to try what somebody else is doing. I think it's about developing your vision as well. Because the way I look at photography, when you look at a picture, for example, 10 people can look at the same picture and come up with 10 different descriptions to that picture. It depends on what they're looking for. Some people can be looking for the emotion in that picture. Some people are looking for the lighting. Some people are looking at the composition of it. So it depends on what you, as an artist, are looking for in your images. That's what you need to focus on and saying, I need to bring this in my images. So until you define yourself, Kuti, this is what I'm about, you struggle to set yourself apart. When I look at my pictures, I feel a sense of accomplishment because I understand from where I took that image. But my constant thing is criticizing myself to say, how does this then tie into the next person? I don't know if it makes sense. So I take a picture of you. I want that picture to make you feel somehow, rather than make me feel somehow. So if I can do that to 3 different people, that's what set me apart, isn't it?
I know you're very passionate about your pictures, Cosmo, and I've gotten to understand. I have learned from my mistakes from your pictures that I've edited. I've put I've added on my different lighting, color, whatever, and you brought the phone. You're like, Taffy, what have you done to my picture? I'm like, what? What's the problem?
Now this needs to be said right here, okay? Taking a picture and putting a filter on it, that's just disrespectful. I think it's disrespectful because it's a finished product.
I'm sorry, Cosmo, for the times that I've disrespected your work. I didn't understand.
You don't ketchup in kupinda restaurant ndobudisa ketchup muhomwe mako woisa munenge. No. I said no. Don't bring your ketchup to a restaurant, please. Those filters are cheap filters. You don't want to put on especially on image.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember this one day. I just thought, oh no, what have I done?
Yeah. It's so.
You know when everybody just pounces on you for a picture, I'm like, but. But now I get it.
upset.
I get it.
Mm.
I get it, and I understand. Seeing you work on pictures, editing them, and everything else.
Yeah.
I now totally understand. Look, I'm even crying. I totally understand the amount of work that actually goes into it.
Of course.
And after that, I respect every photographer's work. Like, guys, it's not easy. It's not just taking a camera and just pressing the shutter and like, okay, now a picture, there you go. No, there's a lot of editing that goes into it. So yeah.
There's a lot of work that goes into it. Respect the work.
Respect the work. Still on photography, I know a lot of brides or clients, probably any clients that might come up on here, and me as a wedding planner, I would want to know at a wedding, what are 5 most important pictures that you can say to a bride, make sure your photographer take these photos?
Right, that's not an easy one to answer, but I'll tell you this. My parents' wedding was in 1971, and from that, I only got 2 pictures. And those pictures, we managed to tell the whole what happened just by those 2 pictures. One of them, they were just standing.
Really?
It was a formal picture, and then the other one, they were just coming from the church, going to celebrate. So there was lots of people around them, and they must have been dancing and stuff. But these pictures were all danga, baruka and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I remember taking this picture to, was it Jessop's or one of the companies that did image restoration, and just trying to get it restored. And it almost costed £300 just to get that picture scanned.
£300.
And then printed, yes. But I didn't pay that, but I ended up doing the picture myself when I became a photographer later.
Okay.
So the emotion that I got from that, I think that's one of the drive that took me into being into a photographer, So what are the best pictures that you need to take? I think you need to take the pictures that evoke emotion.
Okay.
The candid ones. I think those are the most important ones. Forget the ones that you do and say, oh, smile now, look here, look left, and stuff like that. Yeah, those are okay, but I think the most important ones are the ones that you're not trying hard to So I'll say 5 of those. I don't know. I'll just say trust the photographer to pick 5.
Trust the photographer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, if there was 5 pictures that you would want, right? If we deliver to you 800 pictures, if there were 5 pictures that you would want to remember your wedding by, you would find Kuti with the brides. It's normally not even the ones that I'm thinking or the ones that she'd be thinking before she takes the pictures or when they come out. It's something that tells the whole story, summarizes everything in a unique way. Yeah.
Okay. Now what I want to do with the minutes that we have left is to, so you're probably going to see me going up and down. I just want to go through some of the questions that came through, if that's okay.
That's okay.
I have this question here. As a mom, I've discouraged my children from pursuing careers in the creative sector, as I find it insecure. What is your view?
It depends on what does insecure mean, and when you're talking about
probably financially.
Finance, I don't think I would do what I do because of money. That's the last thing that's the last reason why I would do that. I think it's about connecting with your child and understanding why they want to do it. Because personally, I never used to understand why my parents would discourage me to do what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
But when they look at me now, they think, okay, he's doing well because what's the best way can I put it? Mabasano siyana siya.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I work, you know how I work. I work about 18 hours or so on my computer editing, putting things together. And if it was another job, would I be able to put that much time into it? That's the question.
No, you wouldn't.
No, because it's a passion that I have that does that. I would go and work 5, which is about 8, 9 hours. I'll feel like, oh my God, this is so hard. But but if I'm doing something that I love and doing 18 hours every day, I think whoever that parent is should encourage one or to do what they want to do.
And now it's financially stable to actually do photography and videography as well. It's not a problem.
Seriously, yes.
Okay. One last question
Mm-hmm.
before we finish off. Let me see from the list here. Some of them you have answered them as we were talking. I had Esty. She had actually asked on here saying that she wants to be a DJ. She enjoys being DJ. She wants to be taught. Can you teach her?
Why not? You know, the thing is, sometimes I get so passionate trying to explain to people how good I was a DJ. You know what I mean? Like, I was really dope. I was really. It's hard for.
Don't worry, events are coming back. We will be booking you so you can show us your dopeness.
Why not? Why not? I'm dope. I think I'm the best DJ ever. You've got to tell yourself that.
Then the other question was, would you advise a young person to pursue a profession in cinematography, which is something that you had answered anyway.
Encourage someone to do what they love.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And how fulfilling and financially rewarding are careers in the creative sector?
Right. That's a good one.
That's our last question.
Right. It's very fulfilling in terms of covering what non-financial things. It's very fulfilling because I wake up in the morning, I've got the drive. I need to do that. I need to animate this. I need to do that. Financially, it's really good. If you take it seriously, I think you make it. Because my struggle was when I was trying to balance 9 to 5 and photography and videography. Until I did a business course that taught me that if you want to do this as your career, you need to be serious and you need to constantly train yourself the business side of things to say. And soon as I started doing that, it didn't take me long. I became a full-time photographer, and I don't even do much. If I don't take too many bookings, if you know.
No, you don't. Yeah.
I don't take too many bookings. What I've just do is I attach a value to what I do, and I time those 18 hours that I time them, and I put a value. And you ask for what you think you're worth.
So we shouldn't be surprised when you charge us $2,000. I'm like,
I'm not trying to. I don't charge $2,000. Yeah, I don't charge $2,000.
But no, definitely. And we have fewer female DJs. Just a quick one. What can be done to attract women into DJing?
You know, the things are changing now. I think there's a good, because even when I went Kunana Kemet and all that stuff, you'd say the people that will be helping you are women. So that stops someone because you're a woman. I think if somebody wants to be a DJ and you're a female, go for it.
Go for it.
Yeah, of course, go for it. Why not?
Go for it.
Yeah.
So what's next? What's next for Cosmo? In 1 minute, what's next for Cosmos?
1 minute. Cosmo. Talking.
I know you've got a lot of works going on. Where can we get you? Where can we get the other works?
Right. Cosmo now is manifesting into this animation house where we're going. Yes, we're not going to be talking about those stories. Some of the projects have already started. You need to follow the pages and see what's going on.
Do you want to tell us which page it is?
Tidanatipa.
Tidanatipa.
follow that. There's another one coming very soon. We're gonna be dealing with all these things. And if people want to join us, why not? If you've got a passion and you think you can animate, we will teach you to get there.
Okay,
Yep.
Perfect. And for anybody else who's got music video that needs to be done, he does music videos as well.
Another conversation.
See, his passion is animation. He actually forgot about that other part.
About it. I'm shooting 3 music videos coming this week.
Wow.
But
Wow.
I think music videos and all that, weddings and stuff, they become my 9 to 5. And
Okay.
is slowly becoming that side chick, yeah. That's gonna take over the world.
Wow. On that note, Cosmas, thank you so much for joining me and for your inspirational journeys. Honestly, thank you so much. And yeah, for the people that were not respecting photographers' work, there you go. You heard yourself. You know.
Yeah.
We respect you so much, and thank you for bringing our visions, our emotions, you know, putting them on paper and for us to even remember them at a later time. Thank you so much for the work that you do. It's amazing. We cannot wait to see what you have for Tida Natipa. You know, I want to see the Tsuro and Kudo stories coming back. You know, that one I'm looking out for. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. So you've heard for yourselves, guys. So what I'm going to do, Cosmo. And yeah, as you can see, he's so talented. So follow his page, Cosmos UK, yes. And Tida Natipa, which is the animation page. Just see what he's doing, and a lot of videos that have come up as well. And he's the one who's also responsible for all the talk shows that we do, that we're involved in. He is amazing. He is very talented. So just follow him and see what else he can do for you as well. So what I'm going to do, because we all know that Instagram gives us an hour and it will drop when the hour comes up. So I don't want to bring in my second guest because I know I've got about 15 minutes before that hour comes up. So what I'm going to do, thank you for everyone that has joined this part 1. If you can also join us on the part 2 as I catch up with Titan Skoko, Titan Jabulo, Maibongwe. I'm even thinking how many names. He's got so many names. I don't know what name I'm going to be calling him today. But yes, I'm going to drop down. Please join us on this second part with Titan. So thank you so much. See you in a minute. Thank you.